So my question to you guys that I think teachers in Canada would find very interesting is the idea of moving a technophobe teacher to perhaps a technophile, or at least less of a technophobe. So what advice would you give a teacher who's just starting to investigate computer resources and programs that are out there that could lead them gently towards utilizing these new things for us?
Okay. Nicky, I think you should start.
I'll start. Well, being an ex-technophobe myself, I can speak with some experience and some authority, I think. I think the answer is to start slow and with simple tools. So, for example, if you're looking at Web 2.0 tools, these kind of new interactive tools available on the internet, I'd start with something simple like a blog. So a teacher might set up her or his own blog about his own life, perhaps family, adding photos and so on and so forth. And then once you're familiar with how to use your own blog, then you can take that idea into the classroom and perhaps set up a class blog. So I would say always start with the simplest things available and try them out for yourself, and then move on to taking them into class and take your time.
So you're saying that using it for personal use before taking it into your professional realm?
As far as possible. I think many teachers already use a lot of technology in their own lives anyway, and are perhaps unaware of the step that's just needed to take that into the classroom, where perhaps training would come in.
Okay.
Well, some of the areas we've had success in, certainly when I was teaching full-time, we did a lot of team teaching. So one teacher who's happy with the technology looks after the technology. I mean, making sure everything's plugged in and working, while the teacher gets on with teaching with the technology. So you've got this kind of dual role thing. And the other thing I think we've had quite a bit of success with is using the students. Because if they're under 30, probably they're going to be much more familiar than people, maybe the teachers over 30. And they're more familiar with the technology. So one of the ways of getting that working is to kind of devolve responsibility for the technology to the learners. Let them explain how it works, the functionality, and look after that, and reboot the computer when it breaks and things. And I mean, the idea is always to let the teacher get on with their teaching, So, but I think Nicky's point is really valid. You can't just go into class and say we're going to do blogs unless you've had a blog, figured out how it works and things like that. Training's kind of key, isn't it?
Well,